cows been getting mastitis? One, it comes from the dairy hygiene. In the dairy parlor, it always must be kept clean, and you have to use the disinfectors like iodine and F10 or the handy wash with the disinfectors. There are quite a lot of many disinfectors on the shelves. So if you're working in the dairy and you don't have disinfectors, and I'm going to grab a cow's udder, I'm strapping or whatever I'm doing with the cow.
Yes.
I might have germs in my hands, I'm transferring them to the cow. And we must know the udders, they are so very sensitive. And on those teeth, there's a hole. If that hole, mostly the dairy cows, let me put it in this way. When the cows are in the dairy, they understand that we are here for being milked. So they open their teeth for the milk to come out. So if my hands are dirty and I've got many germs, I'm going to touch the cluster, transferring those germs to the cow, and those teeth are opened. The germs are going to go inside. And then that will cause mastitis.
Okay.
Number two, we have over milking. If we put a cluster on a cow for quite a long time, I understand there is many different types of machines. Some, they need people to see, no, this cow is feeding, then I must take it off. Some, they are also computerized, they come off when the cow is no longer producing. So those two type of machines, a machine is always a machine. It's not guaranteed to be 100% thing. So if it's a machine that needs you to check if a cow is feeding, then you take a cluster off. You have to be aware and sharp with your eyes to check or monitor the clusters, not to stay much longer on the others, because if it's over milking, they also cause mastitis. If it's the machine that is also computerized, sometimes you might find out that the cow is finished, but then the cluster is still holding up on the udder. So it needs you to crush the pipe, the milk line pipe,
yes,
to cut off the vacuum, and then pull the bottom off. You take off your cluster from the udder. Most of the time, when over milking is happening in the dairy, you might see the cows on the teeth. They like to form a ring on the teeth. That will tell you that it's over milking. The cluster is stay much longer on the udder than expected. It also causes mastitis. Sometimes you find out that cow in the afternoon or tomorrow morning will start milking blood, because the irritation of the machine was on that udder for quite a long time. And then the other one is when they lie in the mud, and but that one we can say that's nature. If it rains and then there is mud, you're not going to avoid it. One way or another, they're going to lie down. So, but it's also one of the effects that will cause mastitis. And then there is low milking. If you let the cows going out from the parlor without milked properly, it also causes mastitis, because that milk that was supposed to be milked out is still in the udder. Then it goes to the grazing area or to the camps. It forms another milk on top of that other milk that was supposed to be milked on that particular day. It starts to form the clots inside the udder, or irritates that the whole udder. Then it ends up forming mastitis. And then coming for on that question, you said, how do we prevent or cure mastitis? You have to use disinfectors in the dairy parlor. Make sure the clusters are clean and the udders are clean. And most of the dairies, they use gloves.
Okay.
But for me, gloves, it's not compulsory or necessary. If you have water with the disinfectors, it's fine. When you touch, when you are strapping the first cow, then before you move to second cow, you have to come and wash your hands to disinfect. You work with the second cow, applies like from the face. When you are done with it, you come and wash your hands, goes to another one. In that way, you can minimize the transfer of bacteria or whatever mastitis thing. Then, if the cow has got mastitis, you have to milk it separately. Or let's say maybe in the dairy you've got 10 cows in a row, and then one cow in the middle has got mastitis. You don't have to milk that cow first, because if you milk the cow with mastitis, then you have to transfer that machine to the other cow. Then you're transferring mastitis from that cow to another cow. So rather milk the other cow first, and then milk, end up with the cow that has got mastitis lastly. We have got quite a lot of medicines to treat mastitis with, but normally if you want to cut it short, you can